Okay. I think we're good. I see you, side quest. Hi, Chihuahua caramba. What a absolute dive. We see you, my sweetheart. I don't know what happened. I think it might have been Firefox. Is all I could really find really fast. Was maybe it was Firefox's problem? I have no idea. So we went from 20 beautiful people to 0. Now we're at 4. Um so we'll see how this if this one goes good. If not, I did try turning it off and on again. I was like, it must be the internet. But the internet was telling me it's working great. So I tried my routers and everything. It was all working fine. Yikes. These poor people coming in. Yeah, I'll give you a shot. I'll hang out with you. So sorry. So hopefully this works a little bit better. I put out a new link. So we'll see. Can't blame Zuck, or can we? Sabotage across platforms? I don't know. Who's the head of YouTube? I got to get their name now so I can have some new scapegoat. I'm just gonna give it a minute or two. Otherwise, we'll just start going with us, the VIPs here, and we will get going on the books. I'm just giving it some time because I just posted a new story. So to tell people, I'm so sorry. So who runs Google? ATL, ATLK dog. Give me names. I need a new scapegoat, you know. Okay. Well, it looks like everything's better now. So that is good to know. Don't use Firefox. Nice. Nice app you got. Hey? Okay. There you go, ATL. So anyways, if you are catching this on the replay, we'll see if I keep them. But if you're just joining, ATL, appreciate you for being here. I bought a X-Men Uncanny X-Men collection, 490 issues of the Uncanny run, and I am spending the day grading them. And then later on, once they're all graded, it's easier just to stay in one mode with all the grading. And then once the pricing comes in later, it's kind of easier to just do it in the 2 chunks, you know. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me check my books. Have to make sure didn't rob. Thanks for being here, ATI. Appreciate you, man. We are going to get going and let people find the let people find me again. Let me make sure this link is working I sent out. Hooray, hurrah, huzzah. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get going. We lost everybody. That's okay. It happens. Moving on. Onward and upward, right? I did the, I got 1 book in so far. What cast? Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I did. Side quest I posted. Thanks for coming back, Whatcast. Sorry about that, my man. First show hurdles. So we have X-Men 27. I think it's an early Mimic appearance. So it looks really nice. You know. That first book was so good you broke the channel. I think that's what it was. I think everybody, Professor, they were like, they saw that 21 and they're like, I'm out of here. I'm getting like triangulated from the Biden administration. They're trying to cancel me or something. Um, so we are going to move on. I appreciate you coming back and bearing with me through the hurdles. I'm on book 2 of 490. So we are on number 27 here. Looks pretty nice. If you hear a knock on your door, ignore it. I will close the blinds. I feel something in my ear. It's like a buzzing. I don't think that's a good sign. I just croak. I missed the grade price on 21. What was it? I'm gonna do just for me. I just do just the grading. I go through and I grade everything because that's like one kind of system. And then I go, once I'm done with everything, then I go and I price it. But don't worry, you're gonna be getting hit up, side quests. I'm pretty sure in the database you're first on a lot of stuff. So don't you worry, baby. Is that okay, baby? I don't know. We got X-Men 27 here. Re-enter the Mimic. How do you guys feel about the Mimic? Never been a fan of the Mimic. Is there any fans of the Mimic? Raise your hand if you're a fan of the Mimic. Okay. Re-enter the Mimic. This one's nice. Nicer than the other stuff. I'd say this is like maybe a 5. Maybe a 5.5. No, it's got a little tear there. It's got some stains. 4550. That's pretty nice. Only a fan of X-Men 19 because it's the first appearance of. Oh, you're holding me in suspense with that. First appearance of Mimic, of course. Of course. Got a 4550. Well, hey, I don't want to shit on anybody's parade. If you love the Mimic, that's a-okay. Let me just make sure here. Okay. Gotta like him because I can't read. It puts a heart over because Stan came up with them, I think. Did he really? Well, if he didn't, he took credit for it, I'm sure. So the next one's the big one. One of the big ones, I think, in the whole, I would say one of the top 10, maybe. I'm not sure. Mimic is a poser. What's up, Flip Phone? Flip Phone in the house. What's going on, dude? He is a poser. He's just trying to be like other people. He's not being himself. That's what you need to do. Flip Phone, Whatcast, Side Quests. I got all my homies in here. Sir Richard, what's up, Cheddar? What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. What's up, Richard? Thanks so much for coming in, bud. I appreciate you. Sup, bro? Been celebrating over this collection. I have been too. I got to keep my dirty paws out of it. I did keep one book. I kept one book, and I upgraded some PC stuff that I already had. So I made sure. I think my new rule for a collection is I get to keep one book. I think if I keep one book, that's okay. Hey, Schwab, what's going on, dude? Thanks for stopping in, man. This was the first live stream. Now it's the second take of the first live stream, if that's not confusing. Question is, what issue did you keep? I debated. So that's kind of my new thing is I like to keep one. And I kind of debated between a couple of them because I can't keep them all because then I need to make money. So I feel like if I keep one, then I'm like, that's enough. And then I upgraded a bunch, but I kept number 50. I'm going to be posting about that. You guys are here. You're early. You're on the YouTube, so you get to know. This is one I've always wanted, and I've never really wanted to pay the price for it because I don't really like its price. But I've always loved the cover, and I love that mostly it's the first Polaris. It's a Steranko cover, but it's also the first new title that Steranko designed himself, which he told me, he made a point to tell me that when I met him years ago. So I wasn't sure which one to keep, but this is such a classic number 50, with that beautiful new title. So if I have 49. So the issue before, you know, there's 49. What's up, Derek? Thanks for coming back, bud. Yeah, that's a good one. Got lucky, have a 9-0 white. Oh, good. Good getting. Colors are awesome. Yeah, it is nice. Solid keeper. The cover is fire. So you can see the old cover with 49, or the old font, and then number 50. You get that new font that Steranko did. And what's cool about this one, honestly, is that, thanks, Derek. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for putting up with the headache of the first one, man. I guess the problem was Firefox. This is a really solid copy too. A lot of these you'll see because of the colors and stuff. It's a darker one. You'd see a lot of creases. You'd see a lot of indents. But this one is a pretty nice looking copy. If I had to grade my own copy, I'd say it's maybe a fine, maybe a little nicer. And it's got a stain. It's a fine. But this was the one I decided to keep for the PC. I've always wanted it, like I said, and it's just got great Steranko art on the inside too. Look at that double page spread. He's doing his great 60s trippy stuff there. So I always check with the wife too. I'm like, hey, what do you think about us keeping one book? And it's like, definitely. So I had that Batman collection last month. I kept the first Harley Quinn. There was another collection. I kept this Neil Adams Joker. So maybe I don't have to buy anymore. I don't know. That'd be cool. So best part of is to see the inside of it. Yeah, definitely. The inside's cool. It's all Steranko art from the inside too, which is sweet. I've never held the book, so I didn't really know, but that's the one I'm keeping. And then I upgraded maybe like I have a little run from like 94 to like 140. I'm not doing a complete run, but there was some in there, and I got to upgrade a good amount. The one I really got to upgrade, which I was happy about, was 133, the first solo Wolverine. Mine's always been beat. I got to upgrade that, and I upgraded my 95, which was cool. And a couple others, but those were the big ones. A lot of the other ones I have are a little lower grade, but I got them signed by Claremont. So I have a 129 first Kitty Pryde, first Emma Frost, but I'm not going to get rid of it because I got it signed. So can't really upgrade that. Really wish they did that cover for, I can't see this, for 49. And yeah, that would have been cool. Because I know Lorna is 49, and then she becomes Polaris in 50. Then Steranko kills it on that cover, So thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate you so much coming over. Make sure, what am I supposed to say? Hit the subscribe button. We'll see how this goes today. If it's good, maybe I'll keep doing it. If not, that's fine. That's fine. Next up, though, is one of the bigger ones, especially in the early Silver Age run. He didn't have Havoc, but he did have Uncanny X-Men. 28. First Banshee. First full appearance of Banshee, father of Syrian and cousin of Black Tom Cassidy, excuse me. Smash all the buttons, as they say. Like somebody says that. So there's the first Banshee, which is cool. This is on my list, because I'm for my PC. So there's two different things. There's Chris's PC and there's Cheddar's selling business. So they're different and not the same. It's not the same thing. So I kind of was like, I like the Banshee, but I've wanted the Polaris for a lot longer. So that's why I kept the Polaris. That cover gives me Scooby-Doo vibes. Yeah, it is kind of like a Scooby-Doo ghost, isn't it? Haunting the amusement park, I'm not doing a run. I'm not really a big run person. Like I did that once, and they just take up so much space, and I'm just not doing for my PC. I'm not a big person on runs. For my PC, I really like keys or covers or something that means something to me. But all in all, my entire PC collection is about 8 short boxes. So the only run I'm kind of interested in is the like 94 to Um, Eric, what's up, dude? Hate the runs, man. Hate it. Maybe I'll do like 94 through like 142, but even that, it's just so much. I'm not a big person on it. So, what's up, Eric? Thanks for stopping in, dude. Hit that subscribe button. That is a good run too. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's got so much in it. You got the first new team, and you get Phoenix, and you get all the key stuff with Storm and Wolverine. 1 through 144, that's great. That's killer. You got number 1. My God. That's awesome, dude. I wish I had that. Congrats on the collection pickup. Hey, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you, dude. My best one to date. Hey, thanks for the hearts. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. What am I supposed to say over here? I don't know. So we got the first Banshee. Nice one. This one was nice too. So VG. It's got some indents, some creases. It's got a little tear there. So I'd call it a solid VG. Not bad though. Nice reds. The red is always what goes on it, right? Red is what always goes on it. So there we go. So we got the first Banshee. Let me make my notes. Nice 4.0 copy, which is cool. There we go. We got 3 books in. Yeah, the reds always go. Red and yellow, they would sit in the sun, or some people, you see those books and they're like sun damage to hell. You can just tell they were in some storefront somewhere. My beautiful wife is in the chat too, supporting me. Hi, honey. This one is nice. This is 29. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. I appreciate you guys hanging, man. First live stream. I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to do it, but I said, fuck it, let's go. We'll do it live. This one is really nice. And that's the thing too, like sometimes you'll get collections, and if they collected them at the time, like I bought this Batman collection maybe 3 weeks ago, and that guy bought them all at the same time, and he put them in a bag and board, and they were all kind of the same grade. You could just like go through, and you kind of are like, okay, it's VF. These ones, this guy assembled through the years. I think he collected them off the stand like after 266. Like those are all actually his, but all the ones earlier, like these Silver Age ones, like he just bought over the years, and he was going to do he was going to complete a Uncanny run. That's what his goal was. That's why there's so many of them. There's 490 out of 444, excuse me. So he kind of just abandoned the idea and says, I don't want to do this anymore. So this has all the grades on the early ones are all different. Even the 70s ones, they're all different. Like the 129 is really nice. And then like the 109, the first Vindicator's like really beat up. So just keeping an eye on the chat here. LOL. Next Gen, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. The condition been on, well, everything so far I'm about 4 bucks in. So like 25, 40, 50. This 29, nice cover here. Great idea for live grading. Thanks, Flip Phone. I wasn't sure how that would go. If anyone would want to hang out or, just a chill afternoon thing. I do it anyways. So this one's nice. God, I would say this is probably not quite a very fine. God, maybe a 7.0? 7.5? 7.0? It's really nice. There's some corner blunting and some spine stresses. There's a couple creases, so no, Next Gen, you're good, dude. I had the first stream like starting like an hour ago, and I went like 30 minutes, and then it froze up on me. So everyone left, and I had to start over. Let's call it a 7.0 to be safe. I don't want to push it. I never want to push it. So yeah, I didn't get very far, and then I'm talking too much. So now we're at 31. 31 here, and I got Key Collector open to remind me of anything important. First appearance of Cobalt Man Former Stark employee who duplicated from Mantech. Mantech. What a cover. Yeah, it's cool. The Mimic one. That's nice. First appearance of Candy Southern, former girlfriend of Angel. Well, there you go. There's a couple things. So we've got the first Cobalt Man, which it looks like kind of Stark tech, right? Now Manscaped. Added staples? No, misaligned staples. There's one of them that's misaligned pretty bad. Okay. It's got some staining along the bottom. Looks like slight water damage. You can see that kind of. It doesn't really show up, but there's a little, you can see a little line. And I couldn't even really see that until I opened the pages. And then in here on this first interior page, you can really see it on the bottom there. Sometimes it's a little sneakier, but yeah, you can see it there. A little water damage. With a name like Candy, yeah, she was with Warren. I just got Key Collector and I love it. It's giving me a reason to document everything. Nice, dude. Yeah, I've been using it for years. I mean, it's a good base point. They definitely don't have everything, of course. Or stuff changes, or sometimes the cover is enough. They don't really do covers, but for like a good base point until I get into further research, it's awesome. The app is nuts. You can spend days reading the list. I know. I love his list. That's why I always kind of shout him out on Instagram, because he's got like the Silver Age list and the Bronze Age list and the Copper Age lists. And sometimes when I'm like searching for stuff, I'll be like, I should go to that list and see if I'm missing anything, or it's helped me put together. Can you share your collection with me on there? I don't think so. I don't know though. I know people when I'm talking to people like buying their collections, they'll send me their CLZ collection or their Hip Comics collection. This one, the X-Men one, his was all in Hip Comics, and he's able to send me a link. But I don't know if you can for Key Collector. They just updated our beta for detailed grading. This give me a great idea of what to look for. Yeah, that's what I've done too. That would be a nice touch. Yeah, it's a nice place to go through, like, if you get a new interest, like the wife was into Doctor Strange, so it's like, well, let's go into some titles, see what's key. Oh, I didn't know that's the first Eye of Agamotto. Oh, I didn't know that's the first, whatever one of his books are, first Clea or something, and then you go after that. So it's kind of nice to educate yourself. This one with the water damage, I mean, it's not bad looking, but it's got that water damage, so I'd probably have to put it at like a 3.0. And I always mark that it does have water damage, because with stuff like that, I know some graders. I just encountered a grader. I bought a book from him. He said it was a 2.5. I got it here. Bottom staple was detached. I messaged him, and he said, oh, well, I said it was a 2.5. I don't get into everything that's wrong with the book. I'm like, yeah, but it's the staples attached. I mean, I would think you would say that. You know what I mean? So there we go. We got a 3.0 on the first Cobalt Man. This one is cool. This is X-Men 32. This is the third appearance of the Juggernaut. That's what I've done for Star Wars for the wife. Nice. Yeah, you just go through there, and like if you can find a title on Key Collector, here is X-Men 32, the third appearance of Juggernaut. Beware the Juggernaut, my son. So, man, he came out in 12. That means he had another appearance somewhere along the line. What was his second appearance? Juggernaut's second appearance. What's that? Probably like 13 or something. Yeah, okay. So he's in 12 and 13, and then you don't see him for until 32. So, God, that's like not quite 2 years, but it's like 20 months later he's gone. He doesn't come back for 20 months in the series, which is kind of nuts. This one has some condition issues here. It's got the staining on the back. It's got some damage along the spine. But oh, that's a cool splash. Beware the Juggernaut, my son. And he's like hanging out outside a coffee shop. So that's cool. Obviously, one of the best parts of the Silver Age. Checking out the ads Stan was selling you. You know, the Juggernaut. Oh, he must have tied him up for 20 months. That's what it looks like. And then he breaks free, of course. Right? Xavier's always keeping people locked up. It's like, it's not working, dude. Stop. Looks like they might have locked him up in maybe 13 or something and came back, and this is cool. It's like a full Juggernaut issue, which is sweet. Love the Jugs. I love that he's... I can't see his heart. Yeah, old Jugs. There you go. Old Jugs. I love it. So cool. And of course, we got to enjoy the ads, right? Look at the ads there. Buy some True Believers shirts. You know, I mean, Spidey trapped him under the concrete for a while too. There, yeah, that's true. That's the only way you can really stop him, I guess. You got to lock him up, tie him up, put him in concrete. This has those stains, but it looks like kind of water damage. You know, so I'd probably put it at 2.5, 3.0, mostly because of this. And a lot of people won't look at the back cover, and then you get it, and you're like, wow, the front looks so good, and then you take it out of it. How many times have you had that? You get tricked by the front cover, and then you pull it out, and you're like, oh, shit. I didn't see the back cover. Water damage. There we go. Boom. We're going. We're cruising now, baby. We got X-Men number. That's a presents well. Yeah. Presents well until you open it out of the bag. You know? When you open it out of the bag, you're going to be pissed off. This is a cool cover. Of course, our merry mutants come face to face with the macabre master of Factor 3. Oh my goodness. We got X-Men 37. Nothing key on key collector. It's looking like this has a... Ooh! Didn't see that. You can see here. Big little chewed up spine on that one. What's up, Richard? Thanks for stopping in, bud. Good to see you. Never saw that. Nice chewed spine. See that along that whole thing? Yikes. It is attached. You know, so I gotta make sure it's complete too. I wish I could hold it up a little bit. Yikes indeed, I know. And that's what's hard, you know, you're buying the collection, you can't look through every single book and be there for, you know, ever. Like, so I kind of price that into my buying price when I'm buying now, you know. So I'm expecting like things like this to pop up. I'd probably put it at a good because of that chewed spine. Good plus chewed spine. As long as it's not on the big ones, right? I mean, I'd like it to not be on any of them, but they're not all going to be perfect. So we're say good plus chewed spine, nibbled spine. It's crap. Just send it to me. There you go. Well, if it's crap, you don't want it, do you? Huh? Sorry if that's probably super loud. Here's another chewed one I see. They must have came from the same mouse house. You can see that along the top. This is X-Men 38. Yeah, we skipped over 33, the classic cover, 35. The Spider-Man cover wasn't in there. 38. Origin backup stories begin featuring the X-Men and the creation of the team. That's cool. But you can see there, it's got that chewed up spine or chewed up top. Otherwise, it would have been a nice book. And it goes for the whole thing. Mouse House of M. Yeah, exactly. Great art though. You know, great art there. Who's the artist of this? It's not Kirby anymore. It's Roy Thomas Roy. Don Heck. That's why it's good. Don Heck art. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. We had some trouble with the first live stream, so I appreciate you coming and joining the second one and hanging out with me while I go through this X-Men collection here. We got X-Men 38 with this chewed. This one's even worse because it went further in. I don't know. Fair good. I mean, it's like it's complete and it's, man, good minus. Chewed top. Chewed top of book. Yikes. This one I was excited about, but then because I knew what was going to be in the collection, and then the early ones are a little rougher. The Frankenstein one is good, but this one is cool because it's their debut of the new X-Men suits and the origin of Cyclops. So it's a decent book for the Silver Age, but somebody colored them in. So Cyclops is all colored in here, and Iceman, and he had some fun coloring in Jean Grey's like lightning bolts, and had a good old time. So that was a bummer. It's got a tear on the cover. That'll be another good minus. Sorry if I get caught up and I missed the chat, guys, but I appreciate you being here so much. It looks like he colored in some of the inside too. Some little twerp in the 60s having too much fun with his comics. But I'm flipping through. I wish I had it up here, but I can put it right in front. It doesn't look like it's right in front of my face on the camera, but it is right in front of my face. He colored in Spider-Man. I don't know. Colored in a lot of stuff. Oh, probably a 1.5. How could you do that to Scotty, man? And people say today's kids are crazy. Damn hippies. You 60s hippie kid. They're trying to make Cyclops disappear into the background. I really don't want to see this guy. Colored in cover, writing in interior. So I put that at a 1.5. So what do you guys think of this? You like this? You like hanging out? Is this a bad idea? Good idea? You guys are the first ones. You let me know. Because I do this stuff already, and I'm thinking, like, maybe I should just turn the camera on and do it if I can keep it, worth your time. Or if it's good, and I have to do this every week anyways. Don't want that tear to pop up. Heck yeah, great idea. Okay, thanks, Whatcast. I appreciate you, man. So there's that. I'm going to put it at a 1.5. I think that's fair, with the writing on it. Let me make sure just that I posted the right link today. Yikes. Hey, I like the idea. Thanks, Professor. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot coming from you. I'm just making sure that this is going. Okay, we're good. Okay. Exactly. Make content out of stuff you already do. Yeah, that's been my problem. And if I can open up a little bit, I love doing the deep dives, and it's like right up my alley. But honestly, business is booming right now, which I'm so grateful for. But it's just taking up so much time. I have I work all day. Wednesday is getting ready for the show. Thursday is like all show day. Friday is like invoices and packing. Saturday is packing. And then it's like, Saturday and Sunday, I have a wife and a kid who I want to be present for, and I want to spend time with them. So it's like, I got to kind of pick and choose, and the deep dives just take so much time. So I want to keep doing them, but I think I just kind of want to space it out a little bit, So maybe more stuff like this hanging every week. Just kind of turning the camera on with what I'm already doing, while giving something of value, like showing the X-Men's and stuff. So like I said, we will chat, dude. I got some ideas. Yeah, and that's my problem too, is like I don't have like, at nights and stuff, I don't like to do stuff because I have a 4-year-old. So it's like, I'm with her all day in the afternoon, and by the time I get to like 8 o'clock, it's like my only free time for myself or to hang out with my wife, like without the kids. So and she's my best friend, so it's like I want to be with her, so I can't be like, I don't want to live stream at night all the time, so I got to kind of pick and choose what I can do. So I'm going to start maybe doing this if this is of any interest at all to anyone. This one is cool. This is X-Men 40. This is the Frankenstein cover. Desirable, super cool. Origin of Cyclops continue. Frankenstein's monster's appearance revealed to be an android created by aliens. So this is not actually Frankenstein. Spoilers. Spoilers from 1967. This one's nice. It's got a crease, got some spine ticks. It's got a little stain, but I think it's a solid VG copy. I think you'd get that, call that a VG, you get that, you would be very happy with it. Let's see the inside. Let's see what's going on in here. Another Roy Thomas Don Heck. It's kind of interesting, Kirby Lee did 100 issues of Fantastic Four, and they kind of dropped the X-Men within a year or two. Oh, there you go. Look at this page. Ooh. I don't even know what Professor's doing. I guess he's mentally going with. Oh, there's a nice ad too for first appearance of Captain Marvel on the other side, which is cool. Frankenstein's cool. Hey, boom! What an idea! I got an idea. What if it was Frankenstein fighting the X-Men? But it's not. Where'd you get that? What's going on, dude? Thanks for joining, my man. So good to see you. Appreciate you. I'm just going through these X-Men. So I'm not very far, but that's okay. We'll see how far we make it. Right now, we're on X-Men 40, the Frankenstein cover. Appreciate the likes and tuning in to the first live stream on YouTube, at least. Cost a solid 4-0. Nice one. That's good. You want the big ones to be nice, So we've got here X-Men 41, excuse me. 41. Nice one. First appearance of Grotesque, aka Gortok. Where are my Gortok guys at? Hit me up in the chat if you're a Gortok fan. Origin of Cyclops continued. Hit it up in the chat if you're into Gortok. Another Roy Thomas Don Heck one. I'm assuming that's Gortok. Or Grotesque. Now strikes the subhuman. Let's see what ad we got in this one. Looks like a Amazing Spider-Man 58 and a Thor. So that's cool. Oh, he's freaky looking. Sorry, I keep looking at it. You can't see it. He's like pale. Oh, there. That's cool. There he is. There's your for my Gore-Tex guys or Gortok. Gore-Tex. Gortok. But yeah, it's complete. Luckily, all the books are complete. That's mostly the biggest problem. This is like a fine minus. It's pretty nice. Fine minus. That's the first fine minus. Nice white. Maybe 505. We'll put 5055 just to be safe. Just to be safe. There we go. Now we got a great. I love this cover. This is X-Men 42. X-Men 42. Death of Changeling disguises Professor X. Origin of Cyclops continued. God, how long did the origin of Cyclops go on for? We've got. Looks fairly nice. It's got a little wrinkling, but another Roy Thomas, Don Heck. The story we never expected to print. If I Should Die. Got a nice ad for Daredevil and Not Brand Eck now on sale. That's cool. It is complete, luckily. Oh, that's a nice page. That's a nice page. Look at that. Okay. It's just got this like little wrinkling. You see that there? Little wrinkle. Wolvie is a deep character. He needs a dozen origins. Yeah, I know, right? The last one can be hard to find in a nice bright red. I usually see a pink or orange. Yeah. Oh, this one? Yeah, that red always fades, right? That red, yellow, pinks, that kind of in the color wheel always fade. This one too has a nice, that red and yellow is really there, you know. I'd probably put this at a VG plus because of the wrinkling. Oh, it's got water stain. VG plus. You put it at because of the water stain. Kind of knocked it down a little bit. Water stain back cover. As the kids say, it pops. Exactly. The kids say that. It's all fun and games with Gortok until we see him cameo in the new Deadpool movie. Then he will be taken seriously. Exactly. Gonna be the big, and then you got like the really nerdy friend you went with who knows more than you because everyone has one of those. Like, that's Gortok. That's Gortok. Who is that? I don't know who that is. That's Gortok. Don't you know that? This one is one of my favorite. Sorry. This one is one of my favorite covers of the Silver Age run. Because I'm a Magneto head. We got the Power of Magneto X-Men 43, which is cool. I just love this cover. Of course, the big bold font up here, of course, and them all fighting Magneto doesn't get much better than that. I'm repping my Magneto shirt today. Ready for the day, ready to grade some X-Men, so I got to dress the part, you know. And this one is a little beat up, sadly. It's got a bottom staple detached. Bummer. So probably have to put it at like a good plus. I don't want to touch it too much. But there's the inside page there, which is awesome. Yeah, probably good plus. It's just another Roy Thomas, Don Heck. Roy Thomas and George Tuska art. Okay. Never heard that name before. And I'm okay with saying that I don't know everything. That's what makes it fun. Just happiness lies in discovery. Another Cyclops thing. Is this more Cyclops stuff? Yeah, this issue isn't even in Key Collector, but in my stuff, I love it because it's got that Magneto cover. Oh, look at the ads. Look at that. Submariner 1 and Iron Man 1. How cool is that? Love it. So yeah, probably good plus, bottom stapled attached. Yeah, isn't that cool, Whatcast? Those ads? It's so fun to see them in there. Unless it's just me, but I like seeing them. You know, nice moment in time, right? Good plus. Okay, we're cruising now, baby. 44, first appearance. How often do you run into a comic from a collection that's so beat you won't sell it? That's a great question, Whatcast. Um, there was one in maybe a week or two ago with the Batman stuff that it was just so ripped. For Silver Age, like this one, Silver Age, it's okay for that, but I've had some stuff that's like modern books that are in this condition, and I won't sell those because one, there's no value, and two, the explanation of everything that's wrong with it, you're just not as kind as you are to like books that are 60 years old. So I come across some more in silver stuff, but yeah, the modern ones do have it sometimes, and I don't know how they get like that. I looked at a collection maybe a couple weeks ago at a trailer park, and the guy just kept everything. It was in a tub, and it was in his shed outside. So the conditions on everything was terrible. And then he wanted he wanted a multiple of like $5 per book, and I'm like, you have a First Professor Hulk here. It was a green cover, First Professor Hulk. You have a Professor Hulk here that's a $10 book, but in this condition, I don't even think I can sell this book because you don't want to buy it for $2 when you can buy it for 10 and have a nice copy. So it really depends. Some people like that Batman collection. I wish I had done all this for that Batman collection. That collection, that guy kept that stuff immaculate. So he didn't have anything like that. A white cover can be a killer. I think I got two. I think I got two to get a nice one. I'll buy that neat to ship. Loved comic. I nuts. Interesting. Thanks. Yeah, of course, Whatcast. Hit me with the questions. Ask me anything you want. I'm here for you, baby. Um, so yeah, it really depends. It really depends on the collector. You learn a lot from the collector. So I always ask, why are you selling it? How did you get where did you get these from? Why are you getting rid of them? A lot of people are moving or they're downsizing or they need money. I bought that Invincible collection. That guy was moving. The Batman collection I bought, that guy was moving. So yeah, it's kind of different everywhere. Here is X-Men 44. We've got the first appearance of Red Raven in the Silver Age, origin of Iceman continued through 47. Um, this one, oh, love this. Look at that beauty. Red Raven, Red Raven. You got Toad and you got Magneto standing over some passed out X-Men. That's great. It does have a slight spine split up there. You can see, how do you find these people with collections? Professor, that has been my hardest task. I've been doing cheddar for 2.5 years. And I just finally have been finding the collections. I used to do garage sales. I used to do, get on Facebook every morning and try to find stuff for Craigslist. And then about 3-4 months ago, I started to put an ad out. So now I have an ad out in the Madison area. I'm in Wisconsin. And that's finally been the thing that's been connecting me with these people. So since then, I've bought like 10 or maybe not 10, but maybe 5, 6, 8 collections, something like that. But it's also regional. So that's the other thing I learned. Like I know like West Coast guys like Professor, a lot of West Coasters use OfferUp. Here in Wisconsin, nobody uses OfferUp. So I'll go on OfferUp and it's dead. I go on Facebook, there's stuff being listed every day. So it is regional. So I know some people use OfferUp. There's that neighborhood one. I know some people list stuff in there in some regions. So yeah, I've learned it's kind of regional. Here in Wisconsin, it's a lot of Facebook. So this is probably a VG, maybe VG plus. It is complete, which is good. Luckily, they're all complete. That was my biggest concern. I was going to buy these, open them up, and they're all cut out, you know. Yeah, I use all those, just a lot of miss, rarely a hit. Yeah, absolutely. So before I did the ad and I was kind of pulling it in when I was like going out there all the time, I would never, I almost never found a full collection. Or if I did, I would always be like second or third or fourth in line and somebody else got them. Last April, there was an old lady up in the Wisconsin Dells. She had listed an X-Men #1 on Facebook. I hit her up. I heard from her the next morning. I was second in line. And I was like, well, if the other guy doesn't work out, let me know. Or if he does, let me know. And the other guy bought it. And it was for $1,500. And it was cut up and it was beat up, but it was probably worth $3,000. So when I did that kind of stuff, I was always second or third. Always second or third, you know. Yeah, or I reach out and they want a crazy number. And I have that a lot too with the ad. Probably my ad, I would say 95% of it is absolute shit. It's crap. People just want crazy prices or they're overpriced. I had a guy hit me up this week. I have Superman 100 through 200. Like, cool, maybe, you know, some early silver, nothing really key in there. How much are you looking for? I want $5,000. And I was like, oh my God. So I went and looked. So I was like, maybe I don't know enough. I went and looked Superman 100 through 200. There's nothing key in there at all. Cause I was thinking Supergirl, but that's action. And I was like, so that's $50 a book you want. I was like, I'm going to pass, man. I don't need to see this shit. So I'm good. You can keep it. He's like, well, if you don't want it, I'll piece it out myself. I'm like, okay, you should probably do that. Cause I'm certainly not going to be giving you $5,000 for 100 books, you know. I get a lot of that. I had another guy, he had 70 lawn boxes. I was like, cool, 70 lawn boxes, that's crazy. I'd be set up for a year. How much are you looking for? Well, I want $35,000. Okay. I don't know how I would do that, but I'll figure it out. What do you have in there? It's all modern. Everything's modern from the 90s on. I was like, oh, okay. Ooh. So you don't have like big books or nothing? No, I think the biggest book I got is $100 book. I'm like, and you want $35,000? I was like, I'm gonna pass. Okay, pal. Sheesh, yeah. It's so much. I go through. I found this one good X-Men collection, and you don't see the 95% of the other ones who are just completely outrageous or have a crazy price or, you know, that's what most of them are. Or people who have like, yeah, hipster prices. Well, and it's too, it's like if you watch Pawn Stars, it's like I'm buying them to resell them. I'm not masking that I'm selling them. You know, I'm not pretending to be a collector. Like I'm giving you collector prices. Like even so, like 70 boxes of pure modern books. You know, no thank you. Most people, what I've learned is that they'll pay, most buyers want to pay anywhere from, comic buyers, if they're buying your collection, want to pay you 10 to 20 cents a book. So if that guy had, you know, let's see, how many in our lawn box? 300, 350? Let's say 300. So he had 21,000 comics. So he wanted, you know, over $1 a book. He wanted $1.50 a book, something like that. So, you know, somebody should be going in there and being like, no, you know, I'm going to give you 10 cents a book. You're at like $2,000, $5,000, something like that for modern stuff, you know. So some people are a little wacky. This one's cool. This is X-Men 46. Nice Juggernaut cover there, breaking up the X. Super cool. Another one with some stains. Gary Friedrich, who I believe created Ghost Rider with Don Heck art. There's 2 copies of this. This one's the lower grade because it's got stains. It's got this mark. Whoop, this way. mark up here, and it's got some water stains up there. So I'd probably have to put it at a 3.0, 2.5, 3.0, something like that, because of that mark and the water stain. Jugs! We love the jugs. So 2.5, 3.0, water stains and marks. So then I don't forget, because I won't remember. I'll remember when I read the note, pretty much. Then there's another copy. This one's a little nicer grade. I'm kind of getting through this. This one is a little nicer. It doesn't have the marks or the water stains, which is cool. But it's still, probably a VG minus, VG 3540, something like that. Great cover. Great cover. The end of the X-Men. Say 3540, if I can read my own writing. Yeah, ask me anything you want. That's what we're here for. Hopefully that answers. Oh God, these boxes. This guy had these BCW boxes, and they're just breaking apart. Next stack. Let's do through here. So we got a new stack. So far, we're doing pretty good. Got through that, grading them. It's a little slower because I'm talking so much, but that's okay. We're trying something new. Hour in. This is X-Men 47, Iceman cover. Mystery of the Mahayogi. Okay. All right. The Warlock wears 3 faces. Another Gary Friedrich and Don Heck art. Don Heck had a good stretch on this book. On this series, hey? There we go. Let's see here. We've got it's pretty nice. 5.0. Pretty nice 5.0 copy. Pretty nice. I'll have to try to figure out how to get music on the live streams without getting copyright strikes. And then this one's one of my favorites because of Steranko. I'm a big Steranko fan. This is X-Men 49. This one has some key stuff too. This is the last old title, or the old font there. First appearance of Lorna Dane. First appearance of Mesmero. Origin of Beast continues. And then it's got that killer Steranko cover. The man, the myth, the legend. This one is low grade though. It's got this tear there, or that pull tape, it looks like. It's got some stains, so I'd probably put this at a good minus good, something like that. So let me know, chat. What do you think? Do this every week? Don't do this every week? Something else I could be doing to make it more interesting? We got 5 homies hanging here, which I appreciate so much. I didn't expect anybody to be here, so I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We got X-Men 52, Twilight of the Mutants. Okay, cool, Derek. Hey, thanks, Whatcast. This is a blast. Derek, do it every week. I love behind the scenes while I work. Okay, cool. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll figure out a certain day that I'll have the show. Like I always have like the show ready, or like this stuff I need to grade because Sir Richard, thanks, man. I'm digging it. Yeah, thanks you guys hanging out. We got 5 of us here. I'm happy about it, man. That's great. Let's see. I'm just making sure. There we go. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, maybe I'll do it. This week is X-Men. The other weeks would just be like, this is going to be the show, and I'm just kind of talking about the books. Like I had this week's show ready to go, and then I got this collection. I was like, this is kind of going to push everything out. And I got to grade this stuff because I know some of you, like SideQuest and Derek, are in the database. So I want to get these like graded and priced so that I can hit you guys up and make sure you want them, or if you want to pass, then I can put them in the Thursday show. So, you're good, SideQuest, man. It means so much. You're just hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're getting paid to listen to me. That's great. Get that money. This one's a little lower. It's got some staining. It's got this kind of warping. So I'd probably put it at a 2.5, 3. It's got some watermarks here. It is complete. Luckily, they're all complete. That's mostly my main concern is that they're not complete. So I'd say 2.530, slight warping. And I love getting to flip through them and share the love of these books with you guys too. That's what I was kind of really excited about with this, to see if anybody else would find this at all interesting. 50. Okay, we go from 50. We go to 56, which is good because 56 is a big one. No 53, the Barry Windsor Smith cover. No 54. Alex Summers becomes Havoc. 55. Oh, that's 56. Okay. We get to nerd out together. Yeah, exactly. Just get to go through these collections, see what's coming up. This one says iconic cover by Neil Adams. The living pharaoh becomes the living monolith, later becomes the living planet. Origin of Angel joins the X-Men. So I always like seeing on Key Collector, just for a basis. I'm not pricing them off Key Collector. Do not use Key Collector for your pricing. Key Collector is not a good place to get prices from. Key Collector's prices are frozen in time most of the time. So do not use them for pricing. But I just always like to use it as like a quick barometer if I'm not really up to date on like X-Men 56 here. Like the last key issue is worth 75 and a high. The next key issue after this is worth 300 and a high. This one's worth 600 and a high. So that just means, people really, and it's nice. See, that's the nice thing about this guy's collection is that the key stuff seems to be like nicer stuff. Thank God. Flip phone. No, not at all. I cross-reference and put them in my notes of Key Collector. That's what you should be doing too. Even cover price can be a little bloated. I've noticed that their prices are a little high. So if you really want an unless it's a CGC, if it's a CGC book, you can go to GPA analysis, and that'll give you the pretty much to the bone, right on the bullseye of what the book is worth. For raw stuff, it's a little harder because like cover price, I have a problem with them because they'll list like, let's say this one sold in a VG for 200 or something, and they'll do that, but you don't know that it was actually a VG because it's an eBay listing. So if you went to that eBay listing and you looked at it, would it have been a VG or not? Flip phone. Sorry, wife called and I missed the. Oh, you're good, flip phone. Thanks for joining, bud. I appreciate you coming back. You got to talk to the wife. You got to make sure she's doing good. I'm just checking my stuff here. I guess. Okay, no comment. Iconic cover by Neil Adams. Living Pharaoh becomes the living monolith, later becomes the living planet. Nice cover too. VF. I'm looking, there's a light here, so I'm reflecting it to see if there's any indents or marks or VF. No, it's got this weird mark on the back. Maybe I can scrub that off. It's got this little, where is it? In the make. Where am I pointing? In the this way right there. There's a little mark of something there. I would say it's at least a 6, 6.5, 6.0, 6.5, which is great. That's great for that book. So that's a nice one. I didn't get to really look. I mean, I just saw that they were there. It's not like I got to grade, so that's a nice hit. Then we go to 59. He didn't have Havoc. You have to tell her how much money you're going to spend at Cheddar, or do you? That's funny. No 57, which was the first appearance of Larry Trask. First appearance of Havoc wasn't there. And then we go to 59, which is a great, this has to be Neil Adams, right? That has to be Neil. First appearance of Dr. Lycos, the human form of Sauron. So they're setting up Sauron there. Look at that great Neil Adams cover, man. Love it. Did he do the interiors too? Is this this is the Neil Adams era, man. Neil Adams getting to do the X-Men? Come on. Look at that. Look at that page. Hey? This is just killer. Look at that. Oh, X-Men Fighting the Sentinels, drawn by Neil Adams. What more do you want? Look at that. Look at him doing something. You know, the dude would do something. Take some takes. Love that cover. I do too, dude. Just look at all his Sentinels. Look at all the Sentinel love in here, you know? Very cool. Love it. So it's cool for me too, because like I'm a big X-Men collector. I've never gotten to see a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? I've seen the covers and stuff. I've never seen the interiors. So to see those Neil Adams interiors, that's pretty cool. Hey guys, thanks for joining. I just want to take a minute to thank you for being here for the first YouTube live stream. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're figuring it out together, and I appreciate you guys being here. So make sure if you're not, hit that subscribe button or give me another thumbs up. My wife is only aware of the things I bring home from the brick and mortar. I'll have to come clean when the Chetty box of love comes. Yeah, Flip Phone, you guys, what cast side quest? Flip Phone hasn't sent a single box of this whole time he's been with me during the live sale. So he built like half a short box, and he's getting that mailed. I dropped it off Monday. So the wifey's going to find out about that. Professor, thank you so much for being here, dude. I appreciate you so much, man. It really means a lot. I was really expecting to be talking to nobody. This one has a new term I've learned. I'm trying to find the light. If you can, let me find the light. Hold on. Right? Where is it? Right here on his shoulder. You see that? Somebody called it a printing vein. And it's not like a downgraded thing. It's like in the print, you know, little vein there. Hi, Demo. What's up, dude? What is going on? Thanks so much for popping in, my man. Holy crap. Do you need a forklift? It was like the dude maximized his shipping. It was like a 18-pound box, I think. I'd have to check, but it was it was heavy for sure. It's cool because all I have to do is point out that Amazon visits daily. There you go. Yeah. Well, what about your Amazon orders? You know, I'll probably put this at a VG plus. VG plus. Whoa. I had a box, you know, because I keep all my big boxes that I get from other people, and it was like this huge diamond distributor box. That's what Flip Phone's getting this week. VG plus. Neil Adams art. So that's cool. Boom. Nice one. And then Skip 60. There's a few of the keys. So you didn't have Havoc. You didn't have Sauron. But we have second Sauron, which is cool. This has to be Neil as well, I think, on the inside. Oops, sorry, Mike. Um, yep, look at that. So there's number 61. Look at that splash page there by Neil. Killer. And who's writing these? Is this still Roy Thomas? Roy Thomas, man. Roy Thomas held the baton for, I think he's been writing all these issues from 20 to like 60. Dude doesn't get enough credit. It's all Stan Lee and, I mean, obviously Claremont when he takes over. Look at this. Look, Neil, man. Look at this page. Look what Neil did with that, man. I can't see. There we go. Look what he did with that page, man. Dude was on another level at that point. Yeah. It is complete, which is great. Killer page. Another VG plus. 4.5, maybe a 5.0. I'll probably just keep it at a 4.5 to be safe. But sometimes I have a tendency to undergrade, and that damages me financially. You know? Well, everybody left. Okay. Next up, kind of a big one. Definitely a big one. Kind of a big one. Definitely a big one. Dan the Comic Man. What is going on, dude? Thank you so much for stopping in. Popping a cherry today. Is that going to get me canceled on YouTube? um, and here I'm getting my comic shop boxes trade. I don't know if you guys use my comic shop. I highly recommend it. Dan, you just saw we're getting to some good stuff now. We got First Sunfire. Woo! Um, but I send in boxes to my comic shop from collections and stuff for trade credit of stuff that I'm like, that's not worth it. And I'm trying to build up possibly to see how it goes if I can trade in box after box after box to maybe get a Hulk 181. That's my last big one off my hunting list for the year, or if I can at least shave off like maybe $1,000 or something. So I've been sending them box after box through the year, which is hard for me because I would normally like send them a box and spend the money and send them a box and spend the money. I've been a good boy and I've been building it up. So they just sent me an email that my you can't read it. Your trade credit is checked in. So my final box is checked in. This is kind of always the gamble because you're expecting a certain amount. It usually comes a little lower. So I have to provide final approval. So let's see what they did to me. I think I was expecting maybe 140 and I'm getting 90. So what can you do? Looks like I got a strict grader who downgraded me on a bunch of stuff. So what can you do? But hey, that's $90 towards the Hulk 181. So, um, ouch. Yeah, I know. That's how they always are, dude. I got one yesterday. I think I was expecting like maybe 275, and it came in like 167 because they just downgraded me on like almost every book. So, what can you do? I think I expected 300 or 400 out of that box, and I think I was expecting 3 or 4. I think it must have been 4 or 350. I got 250 in trade. So, it was all stuff that was not really, it's gonna be tough sells. So that's the stuff that I send them. Prices are down a bit on 180, 181. I've been watching because those are on my list. Same here. Yep, exactly. I've noticed it's kind of weird, like getting closer to Deadpool Wolverine, books are going down. I had that first I had sold one Dazzler last week. One I still have, but they also kind of confirmed she's not in the movie, so that kind of killed the hype. But all the Deadpool Wolverine stuff, and we're getting like it's like a month out. So I find that kind of interesting. I don't know if people are getting as excited, or they were excited more when the trailer came out, or what that really is about. I don't really get it. I'd probably put this at a VG plus, maybe a 5.0, 4.550, which is cool. There he is, first Sunfire. Look at that splash. Look at that. The coming of Sunfire. That's cool. I don't believe she's not in the movie. I think it's. I agree, Flip Phone. They had that with. I mean, look at the Spider-Man No Way Home. They all said they were not in that movie for months. Dan's gonna correct me on everything now. I think because Dan probably is better grader than me. It's just got some. It's just got some indents and some creases on there. This camera. I wish I didn't have to do. I was gonna do a mobile stream, but I can't until I get 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, it looks nicer on your like what I'm looking through on the computer here, but it's got a few things. But I have been strict. I've been told I'm too strict. I sold a Invincible like number 4. I sold it at a VF plus. He did get it clean and pressed, so that might have helped. And it came back at 9.8. So you know, I'm gonna listen to Dan. I'm gonna put it at a 5. I'm gonna put it at a 5. And I always like to be a little stricter too. So, I'd always rather be under than over. If I say it's a 5 and you get it, it's a 6. I love that. I'm happy about that. I'm a-okay with that. That's what I prefer it be. So, um, I would rather be much more conservative and not have any returns or problems, which I never have. I've 100% of the stuff is never comes back. Um, Ryan worked on a ton with production and marketing to specifically avoid and eliminate certain things. He's definitely for the people. Yeah, definitely. I believe you. The cover of her new album is basically Dazzler number 1. Yes, great post yesterday, Eric. Palm Beach, what's going on, dude? Are they all going up for sale raw? Are you going to grade any? None of the silvers are worth grading. I'm not sure about like 266, 221, like that era, but definitely not the silvers are not worth grading. They all average about VG somewhere in there. So, but yeah, I definitely think they're gonna be lying about what is and isn't there. I'm sorry. X-Men 67. It looks like I can't tell if that's discoloration or no, that's what it is. Reprint. Okay, so I wonder if this starts the reprint. Reprint of X-Men 12 and 13, the first and second Juggernaut. That's what I was wondering because this has got a little bit of that spine there, you know. It's got a thicker spine. So this is X-Men 12 and 13 together, which is cool, but this must be the start of the reprints, right? Yeah, because Sunfire was original. Interesting. I just kind of wondered where that was at. I'm learning something. I didn't know I don't know everything. Um, that's right. Part of the reprint 67. Okay, cool. A quick question, Cheddar. I have a friend who's got a job with CGC, and I still can't get a straight answer on how much it costs to have a book graded. What cast? It depends on the grade, or I'm sorry, it depends on the age. So, there's 3 different tiers. There's like a modern, I think it's modern and vintage. So I think 76. You can go on their site or, hit me up, in the DMs and I can walk you through it. And they break it down if you start a form of, what they charge for each thing. Modern book, I think is I don't know what it is without the membership. I wanna say it's 25, 22, something like that for a modern book, and then vintage, it's like vintage and under a certain price point. So also too with modern books, if you go over like I think it's $400, I haven't graded in a little bit. It's over 400, you have to pay a premium. There's another tier. So there's a lot of different tiers, and it depends on the value of the book and the age of the book. But I would say it's between 20 and $35 a book. That's without cleaning and pressing. If you do it through them or do it with somebody else. Thanks, Dan. 67 starts to reprint Limbo. Okay. Man, so they hobbled along. Can we believe that? They hobbled along from 67 to 94. What how many months is that? That's almost like 30 issues, right? 27 issues. Man, they hobbled along for 2 years. 2 years doing reprints. That's how good the title was. 5 years. Is that right? Oh, you're right. No, no, you're right. I did my math wrong. No, no, you're right. It's 1970. Yep. You don't have to I see your message is retracted. You're right. It's 5 years. 1970 to 1975. 5 years. Oh, it's even worse. They made it that long with reprinting 94 minus 67. So that means that they weren't putting them out every month because there's 27 issues between 60, 67 and 94, which if you were doing a monthly, 12 months, 24, that puts you at about a little over 2 years. So they like stretched. Yeah, no, you're right. It's 5 years, dude. It says it right here. This is 1970 and then 94 is 75. So they stretched 67 issues over 5 years. Wow, I had no idea. They really were hobbling along. That's crazy. Okay, I put this at like a VG. It's got some creases, minor tears. It's got some spine stuff, corner blunting. We do have a good stretch of reprints. Wow, it's so crazy. 5 years they hobbled along. You know, I wonder why they even made it that long. I know they were going to get canceled a bunch. Okay, let's go to here. Next stack. Next stack. We're getting pretty far. So far, I've gotten to been able to grade. I'm talking a lot, but got to grade all those so far, which is cool. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. Stepchild material there. Yeah, it's weird. Huh? Um, okay. So next up, so now it's all the reprints. The one that was actually I was surprised about the reprints was this 83. I'm gonna get to it later, but I just had an 83 and I sold it for I think 40 or 50 bucks. So even though it's a reprint, there was still a little value there, which I was surprised by because people kind of shit on these reprints so much, you know. So we got nothing else key after this. So we got X-Men number 71. Maybe these I'll go through a little faster. It has tape on the cover. Tape on the cover right there over that big R. Now, don't hold me to anything. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I got to look stuff up. I'm like, how much does tape take down? I had to do that with the writing. I had this guy's collection and he wrote on every cover. Like, what does that take it down? And I looked it up. Writing doesn't really take it much down if it's lower grade. If it's higher grade, it takes it down. If it's lower grade, not too bad. So, um, I would say it looks nice besides that. VG, let's say VG minus tape on cover. And it's already 2:30. Oh my god, almost. There's that one. I was hoping to get through 140, but I think with the talking kind of slows me down a little bit, so I got to adjust for that. We've been going for an hour and a half. That doesn't include the first take, which was 30 minutes, and then my Firefox froze. Oh, the cover's detached. Bummer. There's 75. Open it up. Cover detached. Bummer. Hmm. Poor. Cover detached. I'm lucky it's not a lot of these, you know, because when I looked at the collection on Sunday, I made sure I checked the I check the big books because I've learned my lesson with that. You know, with the 101, I check the 101 and the 50 and the 266, and those are all good. The book is literally trying to mimic a real book. Yeah, exactly, flip phone. It's trying. It's not working, but it's trying. So now we got 76. Got that awesome Gil Kane art there. I'm a big Gil Kane fan. My first collection, I had Green Lantern 1 through 100, so I really came to love Gil Kane's work because he did that whole original Green Lantern run. This thing is dirty. It's got the bottom staple is barely attached and it has this big corner stain. Kind of see that staining there in the corner. Man, I'd probably put it at a 2.5, 3.0. Stains. Well, even if I stop streaming, I gotta still get through a 142 at least. So I got database people to hit up today for tomorrow. So we got X-Men 77. There we go. Reprinting who knows what. It's 1972. So it's been 2 years and they've made it 10 issues, which is kind of crazy. This is a VG minus. It's got stains on the back cover, minor tears. VG minus. Stains and tears. Again, I'll say it 1,000 times. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. 8 of you, 1 of me, 9 of us together. So it means a lot. So thank you. I wasn't sure. I expected nobody to be here to protect myself emotionally. We got X-Men 78. This one is rougher. It's got a lot of creases there. So maybe I'll do this every week. I don't know. We'll see. Bottom has tears. It's like a good plus. Good plus. Minor tear and bottom staple creases. I have to repeat everything so I can remember. Tears along bottom staple. There we go. We've got X-Men 82. I wonder if that's discoloration. I gotta look. I don't really know. X-Men 82. That is discoloration. Okay. You can see there, it's supposed to be a solid red. This is supposed to be solid red all the way up from what it's looking like. So this was probably exposed sitting out of a pile or sitting up in a stack. And man, these reprints. Bottom staple detached, chipping, corner missing. Let's call it good. There we go. I'll have to figure out how to find some music I can play without getting a copyright strike. 83, the big one. I think it's the biggest one out of the reprints because of the Spider-Man. So we've got Spider-Man on the cover reprinting the earlier issue. Was at 37. There's that, which is cool. Reprinting a Banshee issue. Man, beat up though. VG minus. It's got some tears. 3035. Minor tears on the back. Some writing. I'll call it 3-0. Just to be safe. 84. 84. Not bad. Fine. Very fine. I think it's a 7-0. 7075 maybe. 7-0. It's got some minor indents, minor spine ticks. So we'll say 7-0. We're getting through them, baby. There we go. Holy shit. How am I going to do this for 490 books? We got 85. Another one we had the actual original of earlier. This looks like a very fine. Very nice. Very fine minus. Very fine. Wow. 7580 on that one. That's pretty cool. Not much to talk about with the reprints, you know. It's like you can't really like look in the book and be like, "Oh, this is Don Heck." You know. It's like, it's not. 86. 86. People didn't care much about the reprints, so they got beat to shit. But when they're nice, they can be pricey because cheaper. Yeah, exactly. It's like that's. I think maybe that's why SideQuest might be why this 83 is worth so much. You know, because they don't want to pay for the original. Kind of like with like low grade stuff, you know. So I got 86 I'm looking at here, which is cool. Oh, it's a Mark Jewelers. Mark Jeweler! Whoa, boy! Uh-oh! You saw it here first. A Mark Jewelers. Wow, look at that. What a fun hit, eh? That is crazy. It felt really thick. Like, you always feel it. Ding, 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 ding. Hit the Mark Jewelers, baby. Wow, that is awesome. I had a couple people ask me, are any of these Mark Jewelers? I was like, I don't think so, but I haven't looked through any of them. How fun. Very cool. Okay. So we got what? A VG minus 3540. Mark Jeweler hit. How fun is that? Hey, and you guys were here. You saw it. I didn't know that was in there. 3-5. Mark Jewelers. I got somebody in the database for this. Somebody wanted Mark Jewelers only. There you go, Sir Richard. Yeah, get those eyeballs. They're budging. They're bulging, I mean. Yikes. Then we got here 87. What a nice free high. It felt because there was that one side quest that was like I think it was 67. So I thought that it was yeah, this one felt really thick. So I was like, oh, maybe it's another double issue, but hold on, let's not move on. Let's enjoy this Mark Jewelers together. Because I know some people like the certain colors. This one is the blue one. You know. So that's cool. Send it to your sweetheart overseas, back home. you know, men's rings of distinction, which is crazy too, because there's actually in Wisconsin, there's a Mark Jewel. If you type in Mark Jewelers online, no one can really find out a lot of information about from my wasted research. People can't find a lot of information about the original company that was running these ads. There's not a lot of info about them. There is a jeweler up in La Crosse, a couple hours north of me, and they are called Mark Jewelers. They're not the same Mark Jewelers, because this Mark Jeweler was in Los Angeles or in California, and the La Crosse Mark Jewelers gets calls all the time about if they're this Mark Jewelers, and they're not. So that's my little tidbit about that. So that was a cool find. Will we find any more? I don't know. I'm not sure. We got 87 here. 87 reprinting that new costume book. This one is very nice. Not quite a VF. Not quite a VF. Say a 7.0. 7.0. 7.5. 7075. Yo, comic recommendations is here. What is going on? Thank you so much for joining me. We just had a nice hit. Open this up, this baby, Mark Jewelers insert. So that was super cool to find. That would be fun if we found others. Feezer, what's up, my man? Good old YouTube. You know it. Feezer, you just missed it, bud. We just opened up this 86 inside. Inside. What's inside? It's a Mark Jewelers. It's a Mark Jewelers. So that was fun. Wasn't expecting that. Will there be more? I doubt it, but maybe. That would be cool. That'd be nice. You know. There's that one. Sorry. Just gotta check this shit. So next up, we've got 88, excuse me. They shall be jewelers from here on out. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be awesome. Every single one's a jeweler. I'm rich. I made it. This is reprinting the Frankenstein one showed earlier. Don't want to get that one. Get the reprint. This one has some creases, minor spine ticks. Well, spine ticks, creases, stain. So I would call it, it's got this bad chip here. 3.0, 3.5. Oh, no. Minor tear. Oh, big tear on the cover. Okay. So it's 3.0. I have a weird story like that about a defect box of Marvel cards. What is it, Whatcast? Like you found something you weren't supposed to? Tear on cover and water stain. There we go. There we go. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you like what you're seeing, let me know in the chat if I should do this every single week. Maybe I will. I don't know. We got X-Men 90, which reprints another one. We're almost out of the reprints. I got a couple more. X-Men 90. Got some creases, spine ticks, indents. Minor chip in the corner. So we'll call it a VG. There we go. Boom. Next up, 92. My dad and I drove hours away for a job. telecommunications, installing phone lines. We stopped at a Kmart and found 4 boxes of Marvel cards that were banged up, so they were half off. Oh, cool. Nice. That's fun. Hey? This one's low grade, guys. This one's got a lot of issues, but it's mostly got this tape. Got home, open first pack hologram. Every pack hereafter had a hologram. All 4 boxes. What? That's crazy. Because they're not supposed to be in every pack, right? Comic recommendations. Yep, there was a 95. There was a 95 in there. That's coming up. That's crazy, Whatcast. This is a good. It's got tape. Tape on cover. Wow. That'd be so fun to open up a box someday. I've never done it. I've had a couple sealed. I had that sealed one. Not at all for it. Wow, that's crazy, man. That's nuts. What a score. This is X-Men 93. Last of the reprints I have until we hit the Claremont run. BG. BG. Take my money. There you go. Comic recommendations. I have a comic recommendations. You follow me on, I don't know what your Instagram handle is. But hit me up because I have a database going for my my buyers, my homies, my VIPs. Let me see if there's a 95 on there. But even so, not everybody takes it every time. I got 2 people that are in front of you if you want the 95. But hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. Oh, Cashville. Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry. I gotta ask your code name over here. Do you want me to put you down for? Well, no. Did you send me your list? I don't think I got you on X-Men's. Cashville. I got 2 people ahead of you though, but I can put you as 3rd if you want, in case they both pass. I only sent a couple. That's fair. It's fair. Yeah, put me in there. Okay, cool. You just want for 95? And then too, if it's not this collection, if there's another one, I'd reach out to you. You know, and you don't have to take it, of course. Let's see, 95 number. Oh, I have you down for 98. Yeah. Cashville. There we go. I got you, bud. I got you down on that 95 too. This was a BG. There we go. Well, it took what do we go? Hour 45. I got this pile graded. So not too bad. The other stuff I gotta see. I was supposed to end at 3:00. So yeah, I know you said you may keep the 97, but if you have, okay, I'll put you down on 97. I actually decided not to keep it. So, because I'm keeping 50. So I'll show you the one I kept. I was like, I can't keep too much. But I decided to keep the 50 for myself. So I kept the first Polaris, which is cool. And then I was like, and then I upgraded a bunch of stuff. And then I said, no, I'm not going to keep 97. So if you want me to put you down for 97, I'm sorry, I changed my mind. Very nice. Hey, thanks, Dan. I should show you that book. Hold on. Let me put Cashville down. So we got the Cheddar database filling up. If you want to be in it, hit me up. If you're looking for stuff, any collection comes in like this one, my homies already sent me their lists. So, and here we go. An X-Men collection came in. Everyone's trying to get in after the fact, but some people were already in there. So, how much do those go for? 50s. The Cheddar base. Yeah, there you go. The Cheddar base. Probably better than the Cheddar database. But there it is. Here, I'll show it to you, Dan, if you're still here. I think my new rule that I'm doing, because what Cheddar Comics gets and what Chris wants to keep are two different things. So I can't keep everything, otherwise this whole thing would be mine. I got to make money. I got to keep these. See all these lights on? Comics pay for these lights. So I think my new rule is like I'm gonna keep maybe like one book for the PC. I upgraded some stuff, like my 95 I upgraded. I had my 97, my 133 upgraded. There's a couple others I got to upgrade, but was like, I really don't feel comfortable taking everything. So I was like, I'm going to keep one book. So look at this beautiful 50. That's what I really liked about it too, is it's really nice, especially with these blacks and that dark green, you see so much of the creases and stuff. And this one is really nice. I can reflect it a little bit, and I've always wanted this book. And I've never really liked the price on it for the cover, but also for the new Steranko font I like the most. Besides Polaris, of course, she's cool, but yeah, I think it's really nice. Honestly, I was really surprised. Luckily, a lot of the keys were in nice grades, Um, okay, hold on. I need to get on the. Yeah, hit me up, Flip Phone. You got to get in this database, dude. I'm grading all these today because I got to get ahead of the database so I can have stuff ready for Thursday. Way to go, comics. Yeah, it looks really nice. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that, man. It's my first time having a 50. I've never wanted to pay for it. I wish we could share collections on their Flip Phones so we could trade amongst ourselves. Yeah, I know. Like I said, if you do like Hip Comics or CLZ, you can share that stuff. Do you know of any good comic book stores in Lexington, Kentucky? I'm afraid not. I've never been there, my man. I know you're further north, but curious. I'm stopping. Like, I'm afraid not, my man. Never been to Kentucky. I got an aunt that lives there. That's about as close as I get. What grade do you think it is? Always hard to tell over the CPU, but it's looking. I think it's it's got some like kind of like wear, like just like general, like it could use a cleaning. But honestly, I just see like a minor, like a couple spine ticks. I mean, I would probably put it like, it's got this one little, um, right here. You see that? There's a little crease. But I'm thinking like for me, like a solid 7. It's got, here's the back. Maybe, yeah, it's got some creases. You can see the back. The back of the girl always shows everything, right? That's a dope. So I think it's a 7, maybe. I mean, it's just so nice for this age, too. That's what I think. I'm not really sure. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy I got, I was like, I don't know if I can keep anything, I see that. Pretty solid. Yeah. Thank you so much. What a classic, What a classic. Such a gorgeous cover. I just never liked her price, and it got so crazy over the last couple of years, where she shot up. Like I just watched her shoot up into the stratosphere, and I'm like, the cover's great and it's the new font, but Polaris isn't that big of a character. But so that's why I was like, running. I was gonna either keep that one or the 97 because I don't have 97, the first Moira McTaggart, and I was like, I'd rather have 50. I can get another Moira, So, I can keep going, but I don't know if I can. I gotta stop by like in like 15 minutes. Maybe we can get to the 101 at least. Hey, let's try for that. Let's do this next block. The next block from 95 to 101. Did you get or have 49, Lorna? Yes, Cashville, I did. It's lower grade, but it's in here. Yeah, it's still a really hot book. The price is high. Never seen it lower than 150, and issue 49 gets the shaft. Yeah, it's crazy too, because when I got these, I was like, oh, 49's first Lorna. The cover is amazing. With that Steranko cover. Where is she? Here it is. That Steranko cover is killer. I mean, it's just him going completely trippy as hell, which I love. Last old one, you know. These are all going everything that's if you're not in the database, Cashville, these are going in the live sale on Thursday. But if you want to hit me up on the DMs and let me know, as of right now, I don't have anyone for the 49. So two people want the 50. Sorry. Oh, one of them's up north. Sorry, up north. Okay, let's do this stretch and let's end on the big one. And then I'll have to get going. Put me for 49. Okay, Cashville, hold on. Okay, 49. Insert row above. Boom, boom. Okay, I got you down for 49. And I just reach out, you know, it's the grade's low, but we can talk later. And then you know, you don't have to take it, of course, you know, so there's no obligation, of course, to taking it. So let's do these last ones, then I'll have to go. We're gonna do 95. 95. Put that away. Put this away. Put that away. Low grade is better than no grade. Absolutely. The big one that this one got a run, dude. Just got back in the office. This was a good idea. We'll I can't see the okay. Thank you, SideQuest. I appreciate you stopping by, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out, my man. Really appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I was expecting nobody, so we got 95. Low grade 95. So what do we got? This is third new team, but they mark it as Death of Thunderbird, killed in a plane crash. Third Nightcrawler. Earliest use of the word BAMF to describe the sound of Nightcrawler teleporting. That's cool. Wish I could find that. Okay. It's kind of like I see a POW. Oh, there it is. BAMF. Want to see the first BAMF? There it is. First BAMF. Oh, cool. This is low grade, man. This got creases, indents, up the wazoo. It's probably like a good plus. Good plus. Yeah, isn't that cool? Later, Dan. Bye, Whatcast. Bye, SideQuest. Thanks for being here, my man. I appreciate you so much. Hanging out through all those technical difficulties I had. Lesson learned, don't use Firefox. Third Nightcrawler. Cool. Low grade, but it's still cool. Boom. See ya, SQ. This was the other one I wanted to keep, but I can't keep too much. Yeah, it's like so well loved all the time whenever I find it, you know. This one's got a lot of stuff going for it. So there we go. Feels thick. I'm chasing that Mark Jewelers high. X-Men 96. Oh, I said I was keeping 96 to Cashville, not 97. Or 97, not 96. I got my numbers mixed up, Cashville. Yeah, there's no 96. Hi, Chihuahua. I get them all mixed up. Okay. X-Men 96, big first appearance. First, Moira McTaggart, the Omega level mutant who retains her memory after death and reincarnation. Also, bonus, debut of Wolverine's Berserker Rage, which is sweet. First appearance of Stephen Lane, one of the Sentinel program pioneers, and first appearance of Kirok, a demon created by Chthon. So sound right? We've got Claremont, of course, Dave Cockrum art. Let's see that first. Moira McTaggart. My wife was laughing at me because I was like, I really want the first Moira McTaggart. She's like, why? There she is. First Moira. It's like she's a big part. Oh, okay. But she knows her from the movies and she's lame in the movies, you know. So we got first Moira, which is cool. And then I was hoping to see maybe Wolverine's Berserker Rage. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, here it is, Stan. There she is. Well, if Sonic Blast do nae guild, that let's see how Jan Kelpie Ferris against close range machine gun fire. She's crazy, dude. And then I guess this page is like Wolverine's Berserker Rage. Sorry, I'm getting used to where the camera is. Wolverine's Berserker Rage kind of on that page, which is sweet. Oh my god, Moira. Fine. No. 5-0. It's got some stains, couple creases, spine ticks, minor edge wear. Let's say 5. Oh, it's got a little mark. 5.5. I think a 5.0 is harsh. So cool. That's what's so fun about this early Claremont run. They're just like every issue is so packed with so much X-Men mythology. You know, there's just so much mythology in each of these. One is always faded too. Hard to find. Yeah, it's got that yellow, you know, like even the picture I'm looking, I have Key Collector on the computer and it's just always kind of, you know, faded with that yellow and red. 5.5. There we go. And then here's 97. First cameo of Lalandra. First appearance of the second Eric the Red. First use of the name Polaris by Lorna Dane. That's crazy. That lasted that long. Revealed that Colossus's first name is Peter. So this one's got a lot going for it. This is centerfold detached bottom staple. Okay, but it has the Marvel value stamp, so I got to be on the lookout now. We're in that era. There's the Marvel value stamp. So I probably put it at a. It's got a lot of it's got spotting and stuff on it. That bottom staple, probably a 3.0. 3.0. Detached centerfold. Okay. There we go. 98. Love every one of these issues. We got X-Men 98. Just cool. Unofficial DC crossover of a reporter named Clark Kent who appears 20 times in Marvel books. Revealed that Wolverine's claws are a part of his body, not a part of his gloves, as Len Wein initially intended. Interesting. So he's going like half a year and his claws were just a part of his gloves. That's interesting. I never knew that. First cameo appearance of Amanda Sefton, ex-girlfriend of Nightcrawler and former ruler of Limbo, later named Day Tripper. Cameo of Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Man, does it have it all, huh? I wonder where Lee Kirby are. Just great. Come on. Come on when the Sentinels get there, right? The Sentinels have returned. Killer. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my god, look at the pages, man. This is just like, we are just cooking. Just cooking with gas on this. You know? I will not be destroyed. I gotta find this Lee Kirby cameo. but maybe they're in some crowd or something. Toward the beginning. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if they're in this crowd or... Because that looks like Stan. But I don't know if that is him. There's like one panel. Yeah, that's what I figured it's going to be. It's like... Yeah, maybe they're in this crowd. They have a line. Yeah, I didn't know if this is Stan. Here? Is that Stan? I don't think it is. Oh, I found Kurt. Oh, there they are. Never mind. That's not them. I found them. There they are. How'd I miss these two? That's them. How'd I miss that? That's so funny. Hey, Stan, you know who they are? I tell you, they never used to do that when we had the book. Ah, Jack, you know these young kids. They got no respect. Funny. That's cool. Love it. So it's got a lot going for it. This is pretty nice. VF minus 7-0, and it's got a crease, corner crease. 7-0, 7-5 pushing. Very cool. I'm gonna probably do 2 more books. We're gonna end, I think, on the Phoenix for you guys, since you guys are awesome. Can't thank you enough for being here. I expected nobody, so the fact that anyone is here, let alone 5, 6 of us, is awesome. If you like this, let me know, you 5. Maybe I'll do this every week. Here is X-Men 99, first cameo of Black Tom Cassidy. Just killing it with the Sentinel stuff in these ones. Oh, Migos. We got the Migo ads. There we go. Got to get the Migos. Very cool. See, I'm getting caught up in it too much because they're awesome. Oh, yeah, that's right. 99. Setting up that 100 battle between the old and the new team. That last page by Cockrum. Killer. Next time I'll stream a little earlier. I just wanted to be... It's like a VF. VF minus? That's nice. It's like a 7.5. That's a sweet book. I love this one. Okay. Last book for today. The big one. The biggest one in here. I definitely want Dan's eyeballs on this one. You guys let me know what you think of this, okay? Here's the last one. And I gotta get out of here. I gotta eat. I didn't even eat today. I didn't plan for this shit. X-Men 101. Probably the biggest book in the collection. First Phoenix. Debut of new powers. Jean Grey is reborn as the Phoenix. 10 years later, this moment would be further developed where the Phoenix is actually a cosmic entity of vast power that copied Jean's physical form while placing her body in a cocoon to heal her injuries. First full appearance of Black Tom. Nobody talks about that. Here we go. X-Men 101. First appearance of Phoenix. Classic. Must have. Everyone needs one. Great issue. One of my favorites. Claremont's greatest accomplishment, or I don't know, into the mythology, I would think that Phoenix is kind of a peak. I mean, God, you go back to it, the mythology goes back to it over and over and over again. Now this one is a little tricky. I've talked to some people and I know it's a normal thing, but the staples are on the front of the book, which I know is a normal thing for that happened. They're not. There's nothing in the side. It wasn't like a second one, but there's another. The other staples like up here, so they put them on the front of the book. Probably my favorite X-Men cover, dude. Look at that Cockrum art, just killer, right? And then it's like, gotta be careful, but that splash page, you know. Oh wow, yeah, look at her. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Just beautiful. I have a slabbed one, so I've never gotten to actually flip through a. It's the only thing I don't like about slabs. And then that's it. Wow. That's what she's that's her whole thing. It's like, look at the camera. There, you know, from the ashes. Sorry. And then this big spread. There she is up here. And she passes out and they carry her off. And that's it. That's page 10. The rest of the book, she's not even in. They go on and continue their stuff. Crazy for a big book like that. Hey? So cool, right? So cool. I love it. I would probably put this at a VG plus. It's got some edge creases. It's got some indents. I might be a little harsh. Maybe a 5.0, 4550. So, very cool. Jen's in the house. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey? Well, I think that's where I'm going to end it, guys. I didn't get through everything I wanted. I was hoping to get through 142. But that's all I got time for. So next week, maybe next Tuesday. Hey, thanks, Dan. Maybe I'll send you some pictures. You can give me your second opinion on it because of those front staples, And with that one, I mean, you know how it is. It's like with those big books, I get so nervous because I'm like, if I'm off half a point, maybe I'm losing $50 or something. So maybe I'll send it to you. Thanks, Dan. Thanks so much for stopping in, man. I appreciate you so much, dude. Hopefully this was enjoyable for you and you weren't muting it. So these are going to get priced hopefully today. Going to be messaging some people that are in the Cheddar database, the Cheddar base, see if they want them. I appreciate the 6 of you hanging out today so much. This was kind of just a test run to see how this would go. I learned that Chrome is where you got to be. Firefox sucks. And I think if you guys enjoyed it, maybe I'll do it again next week and we'll just keep doing it until people stop showing up. So maybe we'll do that. That's a great stopping point. Great idea, Ched. Wonderful way to be a part of the community. Great job. And I'll get on that day. Thanks, Flip Phone. I appreciate you, man. That sounds great, dude. Hit me up with that list so then I can contact you first. All right. Thanks, Cheddar. Hey, don't thank me. Thank you, Whatcast. Thanks for being here, man. If it's all good, maybe we'll do it again next week. I'll see if I can book it in. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Much love to you. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. I got to do all that stuff. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. And I will be back here on YouTube next week. Maybe. All right. Peace out, guys. Love you. Thanks so much. Bye.